Hello and welcome to We the People. The Indian Medical Association, supported by doctors across India, has petitioned the Health Ministry to say that there should be a proposal to cap the compensation that is offered to patients who are the victims of medical negligence and medical malpractice. In fact, doctors are even threatening a satyagraha, a protest, if the government does not accept this demand. Doctors are making the argument that the fear of constantly being sued would paralyze them and prevent them from making decisions that would go, in fact, a longer way in saving the patient. But patients and health rights activists are arguing that there should be no such cap. They are quoting from some studies that suggest that 98,000 people die in India every year due to medical errors. On We the People today, we look at the thorny issue of medical negligence and malpractice and ask whether the doctors are fair in demanding that compensation be capped. Let me start first with getting a perspective from the doctors, from the IMA. Dr. K.K. Agarwal, why are you threatening a satyagraha? Why should there be a cap on compensation?
Satyagraha is not a strike.
Okay.
What we are saying is we want to be heard. And we are not against limiting the compensation.
No, you want the compensation to be capped.
No, just listen to me.
That is the demand.
You have to understand the meaning of cap. We are not saying what cap. We are not saying 1 crore, 2 crore, 3 crore. Why we are asking, you need to understand that. Today, the way compensation is decided, it is less for the poor and more for the rich. We don't want the differentiation. Why should the poor get less compensation?
Please explain how you say that.
See, today's calculation is 70 minus age of death, multiplied by his yearly income, plus 30% for his increments, minus 1/3 for his personal expenses. For the same amount of money paid by a poor and the rich will get more compensation than the poor. Why this differcertiation?
So you're saying, you're saying that right now the way to calculate is what the loss to income would be. So someone who's already was earning more will get more
for
than a
the
poor
same
person.
amount of money paid. We are saying there has to be a uniform system of calculation. For sterilization, that government has done a capping of 2 lakhs. For railway accident, there is a capping. For air accident, there is a capping. Now government says in CGHS, you cannot charge more than this. In Clinical Establishment Act, every fees is fixed. In PSU, every fees is fixed. So I need to know today, if I want to get myself insured, what level I should I
So
get
you're
insured
not arguing for an amount. You're not saying ki isse zyada hum nahi
No.
denge. You're just saying
We
there
are
should
not
be a
talking,
uniform
suppose
maximum
government says
figure.
100 crores is fine, but we should know the upper limit.
Okay, let me just get a perspective from Kunal Sahab. How do you respond to this, and why are you so fiercely contesting a maximum limit on compensation?
Well, first of all, the assertion that Dr. Agarwal just made, it absolutely false. False claims that poor gets less than rich. It is the court, it is the judges who decide, judging every factor, including the age and income potential, future perspective. So what Dr. Agarwal is saying, Supreme Court judges does not know that how much money should be given in individual case. Then he is arguing, oh, we have no limit. As far as English language goes, I thought cap means a limit. I don't understand.
He's saying they're not choosing an amount.
Then why they are calling it cap? Of course, that court always does that. Always judge every aspect before coming to a conclusion how much award should be given.
Why are you, Kunal, you of course, your wife Anuradha died in 1998. You fought for many years.
Yes.
It was a landmark judgment. But there is an argument from doctors, and let me just give you their perspective. There's an argument from doctors that if an environment develops like the United States, where 1 in every 7 doctors actually get sued at some point, then in a country where there's already a shortage of doctors, of hospital beds, of nurses, of hospital administrators, it will actually not help the cause of public health.
As you just said, that there are a lot more lawsuits. Yes, it is extreme to the other end in the US. But in India, it's far less lawsuit. Now, if it was true, if this idea was true, that more lawsuits means the medical standard will go down, doctors will quit practicing, it's absurd. Then US would have been the worst country in medicine. But that is not the fact. Fact is the US one of the best countries today.
Dr. Dang, isn't the very credibility of the medical profession in some ways at stake here? See, for the ordinary person looking at this and looking at doctors wanting to cap this, the impression would be, these doctors, in any case, health is such a profitable business today. And now when they make mistakes, they don't even want to be accountable for it.
Barkha, it's a gross misconception that medical profession is a highly money-making business. It may be for some. An average MBBS doctor may be earning 50,000-60,000 rupees a month.
And therefore, you're saying that
no, hold on.
most doctors are not rich.
Yes. Talk about the majority of the doctors in India are not rich doctors. So let's have that thing one out of
Okay.
Number two, the fact remains that when a doctor is charging a patient a fixed amount of money only, which again they say by the Clinical Establishment Act, that you cannot charge more than that, then how do they expect us to pay an astronomical amount for a genuine mistake which occurs?
So you're saying
Doctors
if
are
the government, one minute, very important second point, it's a new argument. You're saying if the government is going to mandate what you can charge as fees, if they can cap that, then why should the compensation not be capped?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, Poonam, let's get you in.
I think you're making an assumption, Dr. Dang, that everyone has to compensate, even if it wasn't a genuine mistake. Why don't we respect our court systems? And given that there is a very low rate of convictions of doctors to pay X amounts or large amounts, why are we saying this?
Because the fear is that the Saha judgment has set a precedent.
But then it was a genuine mistake there. But those who are not making a genuine mistake, and it is an accident or an unplanned error, the courts are not going to go after that.
But you're saying the court will decide accordingly.
But the doctors have have justified themselves at every step. It may not be a mistake at all. It may not be negligence at all. But in the eye of the patient, it may be a mistake.
That's not true. If I may,
Please
it's not always true. I had a doctor who had, there was an inadvertent mistake, and ambulance, this was in America, were after me to file a case. I refused to, because I was very clear my doctor was committed to us. And and the patients also recognize when there's a genuine doctor or a service. Everybody likes to go to Dang Lab because we have respect for you, Dr. Dang.
Poonam, but then what you're suggesting is you have to just count on the fair play instinct of the patient.
No, and the court.
And the court. But Amrish Mittal, if I can bring you in, Dr. Mittal, the fact is that sometimes the negligence or the carelessness may not be that of the individual doctor, but it could be that of the hospital. I have the study here. India currently is short of 2.4 million nurses. Hospital beds, to get to 2 hospital beds per 1,000 people, we need 17.5 lakh additional beds for 2015. Now what this means is for the average person to walk into a hospital is frankly a nightmare. And when then we hear this proposal to cap compensation, people maybe without understanding what your difficulties are saying, okay, so now in any case, it's so difficult to get access to health, and now even if they make a mistake, even if somebody dies because of their mistake, they don't even want to be accountable for it.
The first thing is, this whole thing is really gone in a completely opposite direction. What I mean is that doctors and patients are supposed to be on the same side.
And are not enemies.
A doctor's job is to treat patients. A doctor becomes well known or famous, or if you like, wealthy, only because he treats patients well. Not because he just descended from heaven, You have to understand that. The first point. So yes, doctors are human. They deal with large numbers. They do make mistakes. Lawyers make mistakes. Judges make mistakes.
Journalists make mistakes.
Journalists,
Everybody
of course,
makes mistakes.
We all make mistakes.
But
there can be negligence.
Doctors call a mistake by a doctor is about somebody's life.
So I'm not equating. I'm just saying that we are
Yeah.
human, and there can be negligence. And if negligence is there, doctors in India and everywhere in the world have to accept they will be penalized for that.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's no way you can
Okay,
escape
Kunal,
that.
quick comment, and then I want to...
All right. Okay. You said that hospital may be responsible in some cases. Absolutely, I agree. And you know what people don't know, many of them, in my own case, I actually got money 90% against the hospital, not the doctors. So these doctors are preaching wrong information that I'm going after the doctor. Emory Hospital paid 90% of that 11.5 crore because I thought hospital has responsibility. So, number two, they keep on saying, well, government made rules that there are limits on charges, hospital charges. Ask your audience, we have PBT, thousands of people coming, is there any limit? Yes, maybe government made some rules. But are those rules followed? The people who are going to private hospitals in India are absolutely ruined financially. They are ripping
I
them
think, Dr.
off.
Dang, that's a fair
Government
point.
don't enforce that.
Who
just
can
want to-
afford
But,
it?
Just ask
You know,
your
we are-
audience, you get the answer.
Just let me put that to the audience, that how many of you are terrified that the one thing that if you fall ill is that you won't be able to afford your treatment? Yeah? Raise your hand if you say that I can't afford to be treated. So lots of hands going up here, and I heard you say, most of us, what scares you? That it's exorbitant? That it's...
No, ma'am, I'm a general practitioner myself.
And yet you're scared?
Yes, because I have come to see cases where people have gone to so-called, exclusive hospitals and they've messed it up. My biggest fear is that I fall ill and I have to place my health in somebody else's hands. Because there have been cases where people have gone for a simple umbilical hernia and she's been discharging fecal matter. I mean, that's not done. Okay, I'm not an expert, I'm just a general practitioner.
Yeah.
When you go to a hospital which, looks like a five-star hotel, you expect that kind of, services. You pay through your nose, and then when people make mistakes and they're not willing to accept it, I think
But Dr. Arvind Kumar, if I can get you into this, it's actually so interesting for me to even meet a general practitioner, because I think that
we don't have any more.
I was just going to say, I personally no longer have a GP, because medicine, what's changed in medicine is that there are very few doctors today, and there are notable exceptions here in this room, but they are the notable exceptions. Most doctors don't have the time to spend with their patients. And what she's really saying is that old style thing where your doctor was your confidant, the doctor knew everything about you, the doctor knew your mind and your body and your soul. Who has that time anymore? So you walk into these hospitals, you're paying exorbitant bills, but the service, because it's like a hotel, is impersonal.
Barkha, you repeatedly, all of you, allow me to say this, are equating Indian healthcare with couple of elite private hospitals in metro cities. And that's a big mistake you are doing.
Fair.
90% of the healthcare of this country is delivered by small nursing homes run by a husband-wife couple. One is a physician, one is a gynecologist. In a city where there are not very many hospitals, they struggle set up a small hospital where anyone in the neighborhood can walk in at any point of time. And let me say, they are not paying exorbitant fees there.
I think that's a fair point.
Equating that
Absolutely right.
with the healthcare
I actually
across the
agree with you
country,
on that.
it's very unfair.
I agree with you on that. And
Very
let me,
unfair.
and let me,
That's exactly what I'm saying. 95% of the doctors are not rich.
There has
5%
been
of
a
the corporate
continuous
doctors.
decline in number of students appearing for MBBS courses for the last 10 years. Why? Because you study 5.5 years MBBS, you struggle, only 1/10 of the students
I
get
will,
into PG.
like to add one
After
thing.
11-12 years, you are earning
Okay.
50.
See,
Okay,
IMA
okay, one minute,
What
one minute, all of you. Let's just hear from two people here who have actually gone to seek compensation. We have here Raghavendra Rao, and as you can see, Raghavendra Rao is now in a wheelchair, and he's in a wheelchair because of medical negligence. Now tell us what happened to you.
By birth, I am having a urinary incontinence, lack of sensation in the legs. Different doctors said that, yeah, there is a treatment. Some doctors said there is no treatment. In that, one doctor promised me that there is a solution for this. We will go for the operation. He suggested me the bladder augmentation with appendicular vasicostomy for my urinary incontinence. I got admitted in the hospital for preliminary test. Some tests he did, some tests the hospital was not having the proper facilities, so they declined to do that operation.
And this is a government or a private
It
hospital?
is a government hospital run by the trust.
Okay.
I would not like to disclose the hospital name here, as the litigation is still going on. After the preliminary diagnosis were over, he asked me to get admitted for the operation. Pre-anesthetic reports and other things says that I am having a sensation till my ankles. But when I got admitted in the hospital for the operation, he did the haphazard operation in this matter, that is only a part of operation which is bladder augmentation. The remaining part, the appendicular vasicostomy was not done. He is giving lot of excuses stating that bladder was deep rooted, etc, etc, etc. As soon as I came out of the anesthesia, I complained that I am having a loss of sensation in my legs.
So before the operation, you had sensation till your ankles, and after you come out of this surgery, you have no sensation.
No sensation till the knee level. No treatment were given for that. After that, because of loss of sensation, it gets hurt here and there. It got infected. Till the knee level I had to amputate my leg. Now my second leg, that is also infected. Anytime that may go for amputation. But still, the courts, the doctor is not ready to accept that there is a negligence in this matter.
You have got some compensation?
Nothing. The National Commission has imposed 25,000 rupees compensation on the doctor in last October 2014. It has been a year now. The doctor has not yet paid the amount. Hardly 25,000.
Okay, first reactions I want to speak to Raghavendra's mother, Kavita.
But I want to, as having run hospitals in the United States for about 10 years and having been an administrator, I will tell you that in this kind of a case, for example, I mean, this is a classic case of the system, having to take ownership. First of all, I think I've got to go back to some of the doctor's points and the points here. It is not just the doctor. In this case, for example, informed consent, one of the major processes which every hospital has to follow, a system has to follow. You have to let the patient know what are the risks of the disease. The hospital administrator is responsible to make sure that the doctor is following processes. None of that happens over here. That earlier figure that you quoted of 98,000 deaths in India, I'll tell you that's an Institute of Medicine report that is valid for the US. That report for India has got to be much worse, 4 or 5 times. So the medical negligence is much higher. Going back,
how do you convince Raghavendra here that compensation should be capped?
No, and that's my point. My point is that it cannot be capped because the idea of sort of saying, what are all the things he's lost? There's livelihood, there is agony, there is a whole system that
Let me get Rama add to it, and then I want to hear from Raghavendra mother. What does this mean for a family fighting this?
I think the decision of Kunal's is a very important one because it also raises the question of value of human life. When medical negligence interferes with your working capacity, what does it mean for your lifetime? It's not just economic, it is psychological, it is social, it is emotional. I think she made a very important distinction between negligence and callousness. Both occur, and they occur in both the public and the private sector. And we are talking about, therefore, an institution like the Indian Medical Association to introspect.
Dr. Agarwal, she's saying it's time for the Indian Medical Association to introspect rather than protest.
Agreed. We are not protesting, but we are talking in the interest of the society. The current method is of calculation, what has been done in the Supreme Court in few cases, differentiate between the poor and the rich. That's what we are saying.
It is not a calculation, sir. It is just a way
of... Dr. Agarwal, how many doctors you found guilty?
Dr. Agarwal, you want to answer him?
Yes, I'm answering it. I am very clear about it. What IMA is concerned about today is insurance companies.
It's a valid question.
Just listen.
That if the IMA functioned as a watchdog body,
IMA is not a regulatory body. IMA is a body whose job is to help the government in framing policies.
You don't have to be regulatory at all.
One minute, you're all speaking together.
Let me come back. What I'm trying to say is when the insurance company has given a scheme for indemnity insurance, I am supposed to be insured. That means Government of India, insurance company agrees there will be mistakes, genuine mistakes. For every mistake, compensation should be given.
Rama, you're wanting to add that I just want to go to
I wasn't talking about regulation at all. I'm talking about, is there an inner dialogue within the medical profession about ethical practice or not?
Dr. Mittal, why don't you take it?
That is really the question.
Let the others speak, Dr. Agarwal. Dr. Mittal.
I think that's very presumptive of you to think that doctors wouldn't be talking about those things. I mean, what do you think? You think that 90% doctors are robbers and bandits out there?
That's not what I'm saying. Why do you react like that?
So because you're saying that there should be introspection, of course, as I said, all of us want our patients to be all right. There may be people on some elements who are unethical. I'm sure there are.
So therefore, ethical people should stand up and speak.
So certainly there are unregulated dialogues. But surely doctors are very concerned. You think doctors like getting abused every day like this?
Yeah.
Who would like that? Come for their patients.
Can we just hear from Raghavendra's mother? You're of course carrying a photograph of your son at a time when he did have sensation in both his legs. But as a mom, to watch your son's life completely change, to watch a unresponsive system, I think that's the word that Kavita used, it must have been horrible. You've been fighting this for so many years.
It's really a horrible nightmare for me because he has already been handicapped like this. He was like this before the operation, and the thing is, the system is so bad everywhere that I come across, and the doctors on the other hand, they try to hush up any kind of negligence that they make.
Now let me just argue this.
They take the advantage of that mainly.
Doctors would say we are not God. We can make mistakes. Anything can happen. We know that when we go into a hospital.
Then the doctor should not take up the case in such a situation when he is not confident. when he is not confident of the case he is going to handle, he should not take a direct him to somebody else.
Let it be clear in advance before the operation. Let
We
it
are
be
paying
clear.
so much of money, ma'am, and we expect some results in that, and that is the reason why the doctors are so exorbitant in Mumbai, and they are always trying to keep even the dead patient in the hospital and earn money. That's the condition in Mumbai.
Just one small
Yes.
point. Weren't you informed about the consequences of this operation?
No. The doctor did not tell us the complete operation. In spite of my asking him 10 times, I have asked him, doctor, what operation you are going to make? Please explain to us. He said that we'll be augmenting the bladder, tightening the lower end of the bladder and creating a new opening for the draining of urine. That's what he said. And after I inquired after 20 days, where is the side opening that you have created? He is telling at that time after 20 days that he has not created the new opening.
Okay,
That
this is,
is
you know, this is very difficult, and the fact is, Dr. Dang, empathy. We all, you know, empathy is in short supply. People don't have the patience. I think doctors also don't have the time. There are less doctors and there are patients, overburdened doctors.
Yeah.
And so this word of, I heard her saying informed consent. Very few people understand what they're consenting to.
Barkha, I have all my heart and feelings with Raghavinder.
Yeah.
And believe me, and that 90% of the doctors, more than 90%, are ethical. It is just a few doctors. and please remember, hold on, a doctor is successful only if it's successful, only if the patient is satisfied.
Dr. Kumar, you wanted to make a point, yeah.
See, while we have some such cases or many such cases, at the same time, you would agree that there are millions and millions of cases where a doctor would miss his lunch, miss his dinner, not go back home if his son is having
I
fever,
agree.
but sit by the side of the patient. Unfortunately, those stories do not get into press or media or such shows.
Let me put that.
Agree. I'm not.
Handed. I agree that doctors are giving utmost services, but
Barkha, give me a
there
second
are
more.
cases where the negligence is occurring and it is coolly put under the carpet.
I am not at all suggesting that all doctors are good.
Yeah.
There are good people everywhere. There are bad people everywhere.
And the question
there must
before
be
us,
some
Dr.
black sheep
Kumar,
in this profession
Dr. Kumar,
also
the question
who are-
before us is when bad people
Yes.
or negligent or callous people make errors that cost lives, should there be a cap on the compensation?
If there are going to be amounts that are fixed by courts that make it impossible for doctors to function, I would say that's when we should come to it. Right now, why you be so worried? No, I want to
Dr.
respond
Agarwal.
to. Yeah, so I hear a IMA doctor and I welcome it. A member of IMA on behalf of IMA saying, we don't want the poor to get less compensation, so we want somewhere averaging between the rich and the poor. Why is it today? It makes me, I will acknowledge, it makes me suspicious of IMA when IMA decided to go on strike. All the doctors in Chhattisgarh, when those women were sterilized and 16 women died
in the camp.
because the doctor was in jail for doing any number of wrong things, criminal. It was criminal what he did. They went on strike. Why didn't they say instead, why is a woman getting only 2 lakh compensation?
Dr. Agarwal, please
No,
respond.
we are what she's saying, we are absolutely with it. IMA is now, people are talking about self-regulations. We have come out with a code of conduct for the hospitals. We are signing agreement
But she
with
said
NAC
you were
Health.
backing callous
No, we are not.
doctors who
We
make
are,
criminal
IMA
mistakes.
never backs any careless doctors.
IMA did, I'm afraid in Chhattisgarh,
No.
they backed the doctor and went threatened
you are-
strike.
Exactly.
Okay, let him.
Just a 1 minute.
1 minute, let him
See, IMA is not for black ships. I only want to treat whether he's whether he's poor or rich. There is no way IMA can allow a different type of a compensation to a poor and to a rich.
Okay, now I want
We are
to
very
just...
clear about that.
Okay, 1 minute. I want to bring in Shishir Chand. Shishir, you're also fighting for compensation for your brother. Vishal Chand died. You believe it was medical negligence. That's the case you have made out. Tell us what happened.
Okay, one night he had felt uneasiness and chest pain. He went to the biggest corporate hospital in Jamshedpur, that is Tata Hospital, and met a doctor at 10:30 in the night. Now this doctor completely misdiagnosed my brothers. He did not took a family history. My father had died of cardiac arrest. He did not care to even inquire about this. He neglected his uneasiness, his chest pain. He gave him a pain relieving injection called Buscopan, and despite that misdiagnosed it as hyperacidity, gave him some tablet for hyperacidity and asked him to return home from the emergency ward in the night. Can you imagine? My brother was obese, so he had all the textbook symptoms of an impending cardiac arrest. Despite that, he was
an
allowed...
ECG done?
An ECG was done.
Was done? Was it done?
It was done. There was several discrepancies in the ECG. It was irregular ECG. The next day, he suffered a severe cardiac arrest and died. Ma'am, you said you have been tired fighting with the system. I have been fighting with the system for last 4 years. See, capping is, I'm coming just to one point, capping on compensation is something, the only relief the victim looks forward to, because if I tell you, it is in this country, it is virtually impossible to criminally prosecute a doctor. The burden of proof is on the victim, so it's virtually impossible to criminally prosecute a doctor. So coming to compensation.
Just 1 minute.
Yeah.
Because it's my job to ask the question from the other side as well. And I know this is very painful for all of you who've come here, and we don't want to belittle what you've gone through at all. A doctor can misdiagnose.
Okay.
A doctor can make the wrong judgment. Because a doctor is not God.
Barkha.
So we have to realize this difficult thing that when we go to a doctor, there is no guarantee that she or he is necessarily going to make the right decision.
But this was not a
But that's because medicine is not a perfect science.
No, this is not a case of just a...
No, let me answer.
She made a very good distinction between negligence and carelessness.
And carelessness.
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 No, my brother, when he went there, he had all the textbook symptoms. At least the protocol says, the standard treatment protocol says that you have to inquire about the family history.
So where does your case stand right now?
It's there in the National Commission, going on for last 3 years. The final argument is pending. Coming to the criminal case, for last 1 year, I've been trying to get hold of the doctor's MBBS degree, and I have failed utterly. The crime branch of Jharkhand police is also giving an evasive answers.
Okay.
So it is something more than medical.
Okay, Dr.
I think I would like to protest to this. As far as the degree is concerned, go to the MCI website, and from there you can easily find it out.
No, I wrote to MCI.
The person is a registered doctor. So what you are saying, I'll strongly contend against that.
I wrote to MCI 3 weeks back. They have not yet reverted back to me.
Okay. Can we just hear from the audience a bit? Yes.
Yeah, whether there has been callousness or grave mistake, it is not for the doctors to decide. So it essentially is to be decided by the court. There is always a presumption on the part of the doctor that even if there is a mistake, there is an absolute apathy. Even during the dengue deaths that we have seen, there is an absolute apathy in spite of mistake. That is the apathy. So to counter that apathy, I do not support capping at all. That apathy has to be countered.
The court is totally ignorant for the medical terms. That is the main problem here.
And that is what the doctors, I think, are saying, that the court must also have an expert advising them.
Absolutely.
When
1
minute, I'll get you the mic.
What has happened with him actually highlights the problem with the present system. Having established that there has been a negligence, how do you calculate the amount of compensation? Look at the plight of this gentleman and look at the amount of paltry sum of 25,000 rupees. And that exactly is the need of the hour, that instead of leaving it to the wishes, whims and fancies of the people deciding, there should be a robust system of calculating the damages.
Okay, Rama, let's come back to the larger issues at stake. You heard Kunal saying that it's the hospitals that actually have to cough up the compensation. But I'm quoting from an article by Devi Shetty, who said that actually it's the small doctors and the small hospitals that will become vulnerable. And he writes, as many as 84% of the hospitals in India have less than 30 beds in size, where more than 60% of children in this country are born. And among doctors, gynecologists will be most vulnerable to litigation.
I don't think they need to be vulnerable. I mean, I think what we are really talking about is, do hospitals operate with standard protocols or not? And I think it's even more criminal if the large hospitals don't. I mean, I do take that position. And I do believe there are nursing homes that are run ethically, that are run with standard protocols, and they do perfectly all right. Now the big question is, it's not about, Dr. Mittal kind of really reacted when I said that, there needs to be a dialogue within IMA. The reason I said it is because I sat on the ethics committee of the MCI. And whenever there was a systemic failure, it is both the doctor and the hospital. Very many times, doctors are also frustrated in some of these places. because they are not able to operationalize the standard protocol. That's what she was
That's a fair
mentioning.
question. I think that's a very fair
Very
question,
fair
Dr.
point.
Dang. Who owns the responsibility? Is it the nurse? Is it the attendant? Is it the
It's the
doctor?
administrator.
Is it the administrator?
It's
Is it who owns it?
It becomes a collective responsibility.
Exactly.
It is a collective responsibility.
Then who should
both
be, who is the
administration
responsible
as well as
person
the
to
doctor.
pay the compensation?
Exactly.
No, and this is why I was saying, you know, for example, when the earlier case happened in the ICU, we had a whole ICU wiped out in Delhi because the wrong gas was put in. And you know, there was another show where somebody came and said, let's just throw the administrator in jail. Throwing the administrator in jail is not going to solve the problem.
So where
That's a
does the
system
buck stop?
Yeah, where does the buck
Who
stop?
is responsible? And if one case is sending IMA and everybody fluttering all over the place saying we must have a cap, hundreds and thousands of cases like
patients will
the
suffer.
two we have heard,
Absolutely.
they get harassed. They not only lose their health or life, but look at this harassment. Has
Lifelong
IMA,
I have to fight.
NCI or anybody ever spoken out
Yes, ma'am.
for them? I've never heard of one case.
Yeah, one more point I would like to mention here. I am looking for a particular justice in my case.
What do you mean by
Case-
justice? What
Speedy justice.
Speedy justice.
And proper justice.
Proper justice is 25,000 a compensation for this.
25,000 not
Sir,
enough.
I lost my husband in 2004 and I am the only earning member in my family and I am running the whole show since for the past
She is
12
retired.
years.
Ma'am. She is
I am
retired.
now a retired person. How am I to run my family? Tell me.
I absolutely understand what
Tell
you're
me
saying.
now.
All of us
Then the
understand.
compensation, how can it be?
Nothing can
the Supreme
compensate
Court
agony.
is not listening. Then who will listen?
There's no price for your tears.
Last
Your tears are
comments now. If
priceless.
anyone has questions,
But
please
I
raise your
want
hand.
to sum
Dr.
up.
Dang, please go ahead.
I said your tears are priceless.
Yes.
And nothing can compensate for this. But this debate is that, okay, we admit to the fact that negligence does occur. There's no denying that.
Yes.
As Dr. Mittal said, all of us are the same side of the fence. We are looking for a solution. At four-legged hand, I tell you that I do not know of a single person who is practicing his profession and trying to be dishonest. It
Let me-
does
let
not-
me-
just want to...
That's
Let
not
me-
true.
let me-
You look at
If I may-
Let us speak now.
No,
Poonam,
no.
ma'am.
You quoted from Dr. Shetty's article, but look at Dr. Hegde, who's a celebrated doctor from Karnataka. It's doing the rounds, the article.
Yeah.
He describes 10 ways of malpractice by intent by doctors. They may be only 10%, but those 10% doctors who do, or 20%, are killing people, are making people go into debt. So I want to say it's not just a question. I think when you say justice, it's not just money. It is recognition that doctors are flouting protocols.
Okay, I need to start taking last comments, but we'll take a couple of few comments from the audience and then we'll come back.
The compensation has two aspects. Like it is monetary help for the patient and his family, and it is for doctors it is a punishment.
Capping compensation is not punishment. Let me be very clear. Compensation is paid by the insurance company.
Yeah, I am in totally agreement for the capping part, because the IMA is just trying to put the regulatory part in that. It's not just the capping that they're putting a maximum amount for what compensation has to be done. They're just trying to regulate the everything what compensation can be given to the patient.
Okay, Kunal.
You know, the root problem we did not talk about is the accountability, right?
Exactly.
I mean, in this argument,
Nobody's
everybody, even the IMA, some doctors say 10% are only bad apples. 10% of Indian doctors makes about 1 lakh doctors. So, because of corruption inside the medical council, until that doctors community do, they must punish. This problem will never end.
Dr. Saad, Dr. Dang has a question for you. Yeah.
You are wrong. Lots of doctors have been taken to task. Lots of doctors, they have
really?
been punished. Lots of doctors...
Really,
they
sir,
have-
I am with
Let me just
PBT,
finish,
I
please,
know all
sir.
the statistics. Don't tell me just
Lots
I'm
of
wrong
doctors'
on the
licenses have been
numbers.
suspended for 3
How
months,
many?
6 months.
How
I
many
have a different
doctors,
opinion.
you know, has been
think we are-
cancelled?
Okay, Dr. Saad, let him speak now, please. Yes.
What I'm saying is that what
You
do
know,
you mean
he's
by
saying
suspend
I'm wrong.
Okay, but he has a right to his opinion. You made your point. Now let him speak.
Yes.
What do you mean by suspend a doctor? Okay, if you find a doctor guilty, the doctor should be allowed or should be made to make compensation, but in addition to that, he should be made to work in some rural center or some other place where he can benefit at least number of patients and as a result help the country. Like what we say, instead of saying, okay, we remove the doctor from the medical fraternity. I said, why? We have spent, the government has spent so much of money on the doctor. The doctor has committed one mistake, the punishment should be in the form.
Okay, Raghavendra, I'll allow you a last thought there. Okay, one last audience question here.
Sir, if a doctor is already found guilty, then what are the chances that he may not practice the same thing in the rural area?
That's the part I don't understand. Then are we saying that a mistake can be, a person who's not a good doctor should be exposed then to rural patients as if they're
are different.
Not a good doctor. He has
Mistakes and negligence are different.
Mistake and negligence are
We should be
different.
clear about that.
But the rural patient is not the laboratory for learning.
No, we have, no, please understand. The doctor has not done the mistake intentionally. First thing is not done the mistake intentionally.
Okay.
You have to go with presumption that when a doctor accepts a case, he tries to do his best. Now, his best may not be optimum. It may still lead to some problems. But to say that he had malintentions, I'm a surgeon, I accept a patient for surgery with the intention of killing him, I think
Rama, one minute. Rama, we have seen. Can I just get a word in? We have seen the Ansals case recently, right? Where for the family they feel that the compensation was paltry, right?
60 crores for 60 normal lives lost, 60 crores.
And that was also criminal negligence.
Yes.
So the doctors who say you're picking on the medical fraternity, what would you say?
No, I really don't want to make this a doctor picking argument at all.
Yeah.
I think we have a systemic failure in this country. We don't have the medical council really overseeing and putting in place ethical conduct of practice.
Yeah.
I think the IMA needs to wake up, and I hope it does.
And you do not support capping?
No, I don't support capping, but I also want to say the courts are not the answer to this problem.
Okay, then what is?
Really, the MCI to me is a critical player in this whole game.
Okay,
Dr.
Agarwal, last comment.
Last
comment, everybody gets 30
From my
seconds.
side, I'm going to end very clearly.
Yeah.
I said we are not against accountability. We are not against compensation, but there should be a transparent system. And every doctor must know how much to insure for. If I want to get insurance, should I get insurance then for 10 crores, 50 crores, 100 crores?
Why would insurance pay for negligence
insurance
of
will
talent?
raise your cost.
Why would insurance cover that?
Insurance will raise your costs of medical care.
All indemnity insurance is for that, for all mistakes.
Okay, Shishir, last thought.
If I want to get an insurance, then for what amount?
Okay, I'm on less time now. Shishir?
MCI needs to get its house in order. It has to be more efficient in dealing cases with medical negligence. So
and it is not a case of IMA versus Kunal Shah. Right. Let's be very clear. This case has not, IMA is not issuing this issue because of Kunal Shah's case. No, it is for the system. System needs to be proper.
Kavita, yep. One thing we haven't spoken about, but if you could quickly reflect on that, your closing comments, is Rama's fear that actually medical costs could go up.
Absolutely, it could if we, because doctors are going to get, so happy, and because they're going to be so afraid there'll be too much of testing, as we've seen in the US. Yeah. I think I will go back to that word that Dr. Saha brought on accountability. The doctor, the administrator, people serving, everybody needs to have standards set of what they do. If they don't do it, let's take them to court. I think that's what Dr. Naik.
The solution lies when the student enters the medical college. Medical ethics, how to teach, how to handle a patient, what is informed consent, etc. should be made a compulsory part of the medical education.
Absolutely. I completely echo that medical ethics, ethical practice, this needs to be included in the curriculum in a big way. And I'm happy to inform you that Association of Surgeons of India, which is the largest body of surgeons, has already started conducting workshops on this for the thing. We need to introspect. I 100% agree. We need to introspect, and we must have a robust system for calculation.
As we end, we were waiting actually for somebody to join us from Uttar Pradesh, and they've taken all day to actually drive to our studio in Delhi, so we're bringing them on towards the end of the show. We were speaking about poorer patients, doctors who are poorer, people who work in the smaller towns of India, and here I have the example of Bhureji. Bhureji is a father whose wife is actually still in hospital. She was to deliver her child, and then the doctors discovered that the child was legs out first, and therefore they tried to pull out the child surgically, but the head of the child got left in the mother's womb because they tied a rope to wrench out the child, and therefore
was it a qualified doctor?
I'm just going to try and find out more. Bhureji, पहले तो धन्यवाद कि इस दर्द के मौके पे आप हमारे साथ आए हैं। यहाँ लोगों को आप बताइए कि क्या
साहब हम आए थे वहाँ रामपुर अस्पताल।
रामपुर अस्पताल?
जी 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 साहब, तो हमने भर्ती करा आके, तो हमने कहा अल्ट्रासाउंड वगैरह हमने दिखाए, कराए थे, खून की जांच भी कराई, तो हमने कहा ऑपरेशन होना है, उल्टा बच्चा है। तो ये लोग नहीं माने, बोले 5,000 रुपये की मांग करी हमसे। अब 5,000 रुपये होते हम तो सरकारी में क्यों आते, प्राइवेट में नहीं करा लेते?
सरकारी अस्पताल था?
जी जी।
और आप मजदूर हैं?
जी जी, आप ना जमीन है ना कुछ है।
क्या करते हैं?
बस मेहनत मजदूरी करते हैं सर, बस।
फिर क्या हुआ?
फिर उन्होंने 5,000 रुपये की मांग करी, तो हमारे धोरे
क्यों 5,000 की मांग की? क्योंकि सरकारी अस्पताल था तो पैसे नहीं मांगने थे ना?
हाँ, तो वो मांग करी हमारे ऊपर, तो हम पे वही 1,500 रुपये हम लाए थे, वही उठा चुके थे किराए भाड़े में।
और फिर रस्सी बांधी?
पहले बांधी ईंट, ये यहाँ ईंटें बांधी 2, उससे बाद आधा धर आ गया, हाथ से निकाल दिया बच्चा खींच के, और उससे बाद जब इतनी गर्दन जब फंस गई पेट के अंदर, तो यहाँ कमर में रस्सी बांधी सर, और ईंटें लटका दी। जब ईंटें लटका दी, हाँ साहब, 2 ईंटें बहुत तगड़ी ईंटें लटकाई।
I have the photographs here. I'm not going to show them. They are far too gruesome to be shown.
Was it a doctor? Was it a doctor or a butcher? Was it a doctor?
Doctor थे? डॉक्टर?
जी।
आपको कैसे औरत थी कि आदमी थे?
डॉक्टर नहीं साहब, डॉक्टर थी।
ये क्या जाने, वो तो अस्पताल गए ना। अच्छा, फिर रस्सी लगाया?
जी जी, हाँ रस्सी लगा के साहब उसे लटका दिया गया। बच्चे का जब खींचा तानी तो ये समझेंगे नाल है, नाल आ जाते हैं बच्चे गर्दन में। अब पता नहीं कैंची से कट मारा, क्या हुआ, तो अंदर बच्चे की मुड़ी रह गई अंदर। हम फिर पता चला, हमें धोरे पड़ोस वाले ने कहा कि साहब तुम्हारा ऐसे बच्चा ये हो गया था। हम रोए पीटे, मरीज जो था हमारा बेहोश हो गया, तो डॉक्टर नहीं जो थी छोड़ छाड़ के सब भाग गई, हम रह गए अकेले साहब।
Okay, I've just been told that 2 doctors have actually been arrested in this case. आप इनके साथ हैं, आप जरा बता सकते? हाँ, पहले आप पूरी।
फिर कचरे के डब्बे में साहब हम जब बेहोश हो गए, हमने
कचरे के डब्बे में बच्चे को डाला? कचरे के डब्बे?
आधा
सर कटा हुआ कचरे के डब्बे?
सर तो अंदर रह गया, कचरे के डब्बे में डाल दिया। फिर हमने ढूंढा, तो बहुत देर के बाद हमने कचरे के डब्बे में टटोला, तो आधा धर मिला हमें।
भूरे जी, this is it's too please can we hear him? Can we hear him? कचरे के डब्बे में बच्चे का सर
नहीं साहब, धर बॉडी तले की कचरे के डब्बे में दुका दी। धोरे परेश वाले ने बोला तुम्हारा बच्चे का सर, वो देखो धर कहाँ है, तो हमने जब ढूंढा तो कचरे के डब्बे में मिला हमें।
और पत्नी अभी भी अस्पताल?
जी सर, अस्पताल में भर्ती है, एडमिट है।
वो भी क्रिटिकल है?
जी सर।
आप इनके साथ आए हैं, आप बता सकते हैं ये क्या अस्पताल है?
जी, जिला हॉस्पिटल रामपुर की बात कर रहा हूँ मैं। जी, तो उसमें एक BMS नर्स, डॉक्टर और एक नर्स, 2 लोग अरेस्ट हुए हैं। जब मैं इनके पास वहाँ पहुँचा था तो उस वक्त बहुत भीड़ थी, मॉब था बहुत बना हुआ, तो हो सकता था तोड़ फोड़ भी करते, तो उन्हें रोका गया था किसी सूरत से। तो पता चला कि इनके बेटे की बॉडी मिली है बिना सर की, कचरे के डब्बे में वो फेंकती ही चली गई डॉक्टर्स। उसके बाद वहाँ पर DM साहब को फ़ोन किया गया और SHO एरिया को फ़ोन किया गया, तो वो लोग आते हैं, आने के बाद सुनते हैं और डॉक्टर्स का अरेंजमेंट करके कोई दूसरे डॉक्टर्स।
पुलिस के पास गया?
नहीं, पुलिस सब वहीं आ गई थी सारी। जी।
और अरेस्ट हो गए थे?
उस टाइम कोई नहीं हुआ था रात में,
लेकिन अब हो गए हैं?
जी, अब हो गए 2 लोग अरेस्ट। लेकिन उसमें थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम ये आती है कि जब इनके पास पहुंचे थे तो ऑपरेशन बहुत मुश्किल से कराया था। वो दूसरे डॉक्टर बहुत जल्दी अरेंज किए गए थे, SHO ने अरेंज किए थे, तो उसके बाद ऑपरेशन हुआ तो सर निकाला गया और उनकी जान बचाई गई।
जान खतरे में थी, बेहोश ही पड़ी थी बिल्कुल।
बीवी जी। अच्छा, अब आप बताइए, इतने दुख के वक्त में जो आपके साथ हुआ, मतलब मैं तो तस्वीर देख नहीं पा रही हूँ, यहाँ लोग देख नहीं पाएंगे, लेकिन जो आप बता चुके हैं वो हमें समझ आ गया क्या हुआ। अब इंसाफ की
साहब, इंसाफ चाहिए हम।
यहाँ बात हो रही है कि ऐसा कुछ होता है तो लोग इंसाफ किस रूप में मिले, कि डॉक्टर जेल जाएं, कि पैसे मिले, किस रूप का इंसाफ किस रूप में मिलना चाहिए?
तो आप सरकार जाने क्या करना है।
Barkha, this is not MBBS
Okay,
doctor.
one minute. Now we've heard his story, and now you can all respond. Please don't speak together. Now we'll start with you, Dr. Dank.
It was a BMS doctor.
Ayurvedic.
who is not trained or supposed to do a delivery, and that too of a breech, being assisted by a nurse who again most probably was not a trained nurse in the government hospital. First, why were they employed in a government hospital like this? That's a basic question.
This is a criminal
And
offense.
second thing, why were they allowed to do it? The poor man is so uneducated. I can fully understand his
This
agony.
is
All
what
of us
happens
can
to
do.
most poor patients.
But why are you assuming?
But you're saying this is
He's saying BMS.
Achha, it was a BMS doctor.
He's a BMS doctor. That is the one reason why we fight quackery. This amounts to quackery.
But I just want to come in.
NRHM.
Exactly.
But
I want to say.
सरकारी अस्पताल था ये trained doctor थे कि ये आयुर्वेदा के doctor?
सरकार डिस्ट्रिक्ट हॉस्पिटल
District hospital
They are
doctor, right?
posting in government of India is posting BAMS doctors.
No, it's not allowed to
They are
go
not
to a hospital
allowed.
like that. Yeah.
So they were not allowed
They
to
would
perform
not.
the surgery
Yes.
at all.
Yeah,
Okay,
so-
okay,
Now,
okay. Okay, now please everybody now.
BAMS is more dangerous than BAMS. This is going to happen.
But Kavita.
Barka, the problem is that the medical doctors that we have, the MBBS, the good doctors, are not there in rural areas. And what ends up happening is anybody and everybody is going there, and in the need for access, anybody who's
blame
untrained is
MBBS
going
doctors
there.
for that.
No, we're not blaming
So
the doctors.
you're
We are-
saying that this is not about negligence by trained doctors.
This is criminal negligence by a doctor who was not supposed to. This is a quackery.
Rampur district is not that rural.
That's what I'm
District
saying.
hospital.
5 hours on the highway from Delhi.
It's a district
Dr.
hospital.
Mittal,
It's a district hospital.
Okay, Dr. Mittal.
No, the scene has changed with this story. This is really heartrending. I mean, I really have no words to say, but it seems to me very unlikely. Again, I have no evidence of anything that an MBBS doctor would do this. Secondly, it also is a little medically little strange that the breech came out and the head got stuck. It doesn't happen. The breech is always bigger than the head.
Yeah, but the photographs
but
here
I'm just
actually,
saying.
I'm not showing them.
There
but
may
they
be
show
some.
This
you know,
is actually
other
what
issues.
he has described. This is not just a tip. I mean, it's just a tip of the iceberg.
This may be
Similar incidents are happening across the country by quacks.
By quacks.
Yeah.
And so many TV channels have already highlighted. In the city of Delhi, there was a story about Jhola Chhap doctors who are writing injections, high-end antibiotics
the
left,
reason
right,
I
and
thought it
center.
was important to hear this story is because we must remember that when we discuss healthcare in India, it isn't just about the 4 metropolitan
Absolutely.
cities
Absolutely.
and the 4 hospitals
Yes,
there. And there is an entire mass out there that has no access
To medical facilities at
to
all.
medical facilities at all.
Or
And
to
it's-
quacks.
Yeah, and they go to whoever they get.
Poonam, quickly.
There is an A&M is allowed to do the delivery. So was this an A&M and she's trained to do a delivery? And I don't agree
don't
with
know.
the doctors here. Just because this guy was a BMS doctor, this happened. Women are treated with MBBS doctors
In a
sitting
similar way.
in district hospitals in Bardwani. You all know 28 women died in a period of 4 months in Bardwani hospital, and we investigated those deaths. None of the women died.
Okay,
And there
I'm
were
giving the
3
last word to Dr. Kumar. I
gynecologists.
really have to close now. Dr.
There were
Kumar.
3
Yeah, and
gynecologists.
Kunal and then Dr. Kumar. Kunal, really 30 seconds. Got to close.
Yeah, very short. Even this, first of all, look at the reaction of the doctor leaders, IML leaders here. Immediately they jump. It's a BAMS. It's not one of us. That's that point. Number two,
So why not? Why not?
That's an important point.
Why not? No, but why not?
MBBS doctor cannot do that.
Okay.
Let's not.
Okay, we can't start this whole show again. We can't start this whole show again. Okay, Kunal, you made your point.
You
Dr.
said,
Kumar.
well,
Kunal, I'm going to bring your mic down.
I
I'm
want
bringing
to
the mic
react to
down.
Dr. Saha Singh.
Yes.
He's saying, why have we reacted to an act of BAMS doctor? I will say, why not?
Yes.
A BAMS doctor who's not supposed to practice medicine is practicing medicine and bringing bad name to medical profession. If we will not object, who will object?
And now the UP government has issued a circular that BAMS doctors will be allowed. The new MTP amendment, government is trying to say that homeopathists can do abortion.
Ma'am, please, now everybody's had their say. Please close this for us, Dr. Dan. Last word.
Bottom line, doctors and patients on the same side of the fence. Most of the doctors are not corrupt. Mistakes do happen. They are not intentional mistakes. They are unintentional mistakes. One thing has to be done. The quality of education in the medical colleges has to be improved so that the 10% of doctors who are committing these kind of mistakes or errors also cease to exist in time.
Okay.
Bring the
There
GP
are
system back.
mistakes, but
I
when
have to
greed,
end. I have
when
to end.
greed
I have to
takes
end.
over.
I have to end.
Bring the GP
I
system
have
back.
to end.
I said bring the GP system back.
I don't know where the GP system is going to come back
It will
from.
come back.
Because Poonam, please, the real crisis in this country is actually there are not enough doctors for people. And there are not enough doctors in places like Rampur. And this is the heart of darkness of India, where I think Dr. Kumar, you make a good point that if it's not an MBBS doctor, you have every right to say it wasn't us, maybe it wasn't a trained doctor, but it does underline.
Sure.
It does underline the gross inequalities and inequities of our healthcare system, where even the wealthy are saying, please let's have a bridge of communication between the doctor
Sure.
and the patient.
Sure.
That's
Sure.
how it used to be. That's
Can I
one
just-
line.
Yeah, one line. That's what I was trying to say is the most of cases, most compensation cases are linked to lack of communication more than anything else.
Absolutely. I think
And
that's something we can all agree.
we missed that in the whole discussion.
I think that's a very important
And
point.
Empathy, communication, facing the problem when it arises rather than running away.
I think we can all agree on that note. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. God bless you.